Silence changes you. 5 weeks without sound, 5 weeks of existing in a world where words were shapes and emotions were vibrations through the floor. I had begun to forget the rhythm of voices. My wife's lips moved every day, but I only saw her performance. The way she smiled too brightly, the way her eyes darted to her phone before she kissed my forehead. The doctors said my hearing might return suddenly. I didn't tell her that. It was a Tuesday evening when it happened. I was sitting in the living room, pretending to read. The house hummed with the dull quiet I had grown used to. She was in the kitchen, on a video call with her mother. And then, sound returned. Soft at first, like air leaking through a sealed door. Then, clearer. Voices, clinking glass, the whisper of fabric against the counter. My name came first. Then, laughter. Her mother's voice, distant but sharp. "Does he still not know?" And my wife, her voice, the one I thought I missed, said quietly, "No, he's still deaf. It's easier this way." I didn't move, didn't breathe. The sound of my heart was the loudest thing I'd ever heard. She kept talking. Her tone was soft, careful, almost loving, but every word sliced through me. "I can't keep pretending," she said. "But once the insurance clears and he's stable, I'll tell him. I just need time with Daniel before it all blows up." Daniel. The name hung there like poison in the air. Her mother hesitated. "You're playing a dangerous game, Clara." "I know, but he can't hear. He doesn't even notice when I stay over." Stay over? My throat tightened. Every sound was too sharp, too clear. Her laugh was light, practiced, like someone who had rehearsed deceit for years. I wanted to stand up, confront her, smash the illusion right there in the kitchen. But I didn't. Because for the first time, I had the advantage. She thought I was deaf. She thought I was blind to her lies. And so I stayed still, letting her words become evidence. When she hung up, she looked over at me and smiled. The same smile she gave me the day we married. I smiled back. And for the first time in weeks, I heard myself think, keep calm, keep quiet, let her speak her way into the grave. The next days were a study in silence. I played the role she wrote for me, the helpless, half-deaf husband who needed subtitles and pity. But inside, I was listening to everything. Every phone call, every whisper behind a closed door. She texted someone constantly. I learned to read the rhythm of her lies by the vibration of her phone. Her laughter became my clue, her absence my alarm. I checked her car's GPS history, hotels, lunch breaks, repeated addresses. One of them belonged to Daniel Harrow, a physiotherapist she had met when I lost my hearing. The irony wasn't lost on me. While I struggled to learn silence, she sought someone who could listen. I began recording her calls. I hired no detectives, just used the tools I already had. She'd underestimated a man she thought couldn't hear. Each night she sat beside me, scrolling, smiling at her screen while I stared blankly at the TV. She'd rest her head on my shoulder, whisper something sweet, and I'd nod like a fool. But I wasn't nodding to her words. I was agreeing to her destruction. When the truth finally arrived, it wasn't cinematic. It was clinical. Hotel receipts, call logs, photos. A message thread that started weeks before I lost my hearing. She didn't just cheat while I was deaf, she was cheating long before that. That night I printed everything, placed it neatly in a folder, the same folder she used for my medical reports. I put it on the dining table, where she liked to leave flowers. When she came home, she kissed my cheek. I didn't respond. "Something wrong?" she asked. I pointed at the folder. She frowned, opened it, and froze. Her voice trembled. You weren't supposed to," I heard. I said quietly. Her lips parted. Her face drained of color. I can hear everything now." She sank into the chair. Tears came fast, but they weren't real. They were survival. I watched her break without saying another word. The next morning, I played the part one last time. Coffee, calmness, routine. She begged, explained, claimed confusion, said she was scared, lonely, pressured. She tried every tone a liar knows. I listened, and then I said, "You once told your mother it was easier when I couldn't hear. You were right." Her breath hitched. I slid a signed document across the table, divorce papers, dated, notarized, prepared quietly over the past week. "I started these before my hearing came back," I said. "I just wanted to hear why." Her eyes filled with disbelief, then realization. "You knew?" For days. She reached for me. I stepped back. "Daniel can have what's left," I said. "I'm done living in your silence." I walked out before she could speak again. Her sobs followed me down the hallway, breaking against the walls like echoes of the life she buried. Silence again. But this time, I chose it. 5 weeks of deafness taught me that sound isn't proof of life, it's proof of illusion. People fill silence with lies, noise, distraction. But silence? Silence never lies. I moved into a small apartment by the water. Sometimes I turn off my hearing aids just to sit in the quiet again. It feels honest there. Every once in a while I think about her voice, the way it sounded when she thought I couldn't hear. That's the real her. That's the version I'll remember. Not the wife, not the smile. Just the echo of betrayal in a kitchen I no longer live in. I was deaf for 5 weeks. She's deaf forever, to the sound of me walking away.